to my show on innovation. And today's guest of mine is an architect by profession and who is also a founder of Bluewave Cleartech company based out of Bangalore. Welcome to my show, Mr. Abdul. You're an architect, but how did you land up in makerspace?
It's basically the H inside or the key down because I'm a junkyard kid and found this place as a workbench project more interesting to me because it gave me the life back as a maker, and that's where I just started working on. And this idea of what we have taken forward into our business started very long in 2010 with a simple idea of lever working on and we looking into a hydraulic jack. So that's what we looked at, and that's where we started building up this product. Why not, if a small single jack, hydraulic jack can lift a car, why not the same Tidal Energy could actually work onto a system which could convert into a clean energy system.
So how long it took to build that entire product?
Close to 9 to 10 months. I'm been rigorously working on this. Started with very simple prototypes like this, developed the concepts. Basically, that's what I did in Workbench. I had a lot of concepts around the same idea, working models on the same idea. So, and then going forward into building a real scale, buildable, workable prototype.
So in what way Workbench helped you for your work product development?
I think it's more to say with the environment, the kind of ambience you get here, to work around, the kind of people you're going to meet, but apart from that, it gives you that maker culture, the junkyard feel that you are actually being in, and you want to be in that. You soak into it, and you touch material and you work with it. That's the best place to evolve something. Because the material talks to you, you talk back to it, and then you understand things and evolve a product.
So you're an architect, but how did you land up in makerspace?
Yeah, I think design process is well taught to us in architectural designing. We design spaces for user comfort. But here, it's totally a different scenario. It's more of an engineering product. So I need to go understand the live scenarios of the tidal wave. So we have started building a lot of prototypes. We have tested them at sea, and then we understood the guts of what the sea is all about and what kind of energy it is actually working on. But if you look at the tidal energy system in Indian scenario, they are very low. So we had to build something to that level. So that's how we had actually scaled it down to a portable version. And that's the design journey that I had to take it as compared to any other energy system that is available.
And how many times you failed? Because in India, the failing culture is not accepted, right? So you being the founder of the organization, did you ever felt the fear of failure? And how many times that you felt, I need to quit and move on?
No, I think that is what we have been grooved in design process in architecture. Because every day we will be thrashed with the client saying that this is not going to work, that's not going to work. That's in our blade. As a designer, that's in my blade. To accept that design and the failure and put that as a predecessor and go forward, for hunting for new designs. So that's how it has been into me. So I don't see that as a failure and a full stop there. I see that as a start again.
So how many times that you felt that, how many times you reworked your product?
Yeah, sure. I think more than 7 to 8 concepts we have actually moved. First, initially, it was more like inspired from the Pylanus kind of a module, and then we moved into, which was like a snake, this is actually moving. But the sea ripped it apart in a minute. I went with so much of energy saying that this is going to work, but the sea ripped it apart in a minute.
So you tested this in the sea?
Yeah. So then we evolved into other products like, okay, if you're sitting over here, and the other one is the AMD module, active mass damper module, which is used in high-rise buildings to observe the energy of earthquake. Similarly, tried out there. Again, that needs a large area to build a model like that. So we said that's not going to work commercially. So we had to rip that apart, and then we moved into a simple solution. So I've moved through several concepts.
So there are two aspects for your product One is basically supporting your social entrepreneurship journey, and plus about commercializing this product. Have you really thought about commercializing your product?
I think because we are into clean energy, energy is a deficit product that's already accepted in the market. So we are looking at two different versions of it. One is the social entrepreneurship, where we can go and help the needy at the ground level. The other one is the commercial version, wherein the well-established systems like seaside resorts or cold storage units or port lighting, all these could actually take power from the ocean. So when it comes to social economic or social entrepreneurship, the local community or the fishing community or the settlements that are along the seashore, which are repeatedly hit by cyclone, they have to rebuild their livelihood from start after every hit from this nature's disaster. So this can actually help them in rebuilding it or thriving or spawning new business out of the energy that they are going to have. In fact, this could also help putting in free internet and accessibility to all the unaffordable group to the internet. That's also possible.
Okay. And how big is your team?
Yeah.
And what is the help that you're required to take this forward and make it big?
Yeah, I think as of now it's one-man show, but most of it has been outsourced. My industrial partners is Metro Industries, who are actually well versed into hydraulics. That's the industrial partner because they are the one who are actually built for me, and there is like Indoplast who are building our plastic products. So industry-wise, I have a connector, so that's the partnership. I can go right now produce products. Okay. That's the kind of connect we have with the industry. But coming to the core team of designing and help, Workbench has helped a lot onto it. Be it as an engineering angle or be it as a kind of resource management. And it also has a smart product edge in the product, which is being helped by Workbench team in building up a smart edge.
So, can we have the demo of your product?
Yeah, sure, very much. Happy to.
So this is what Abdul has created from the makerspace, and he has named this product called Aqua Horse. So what's the thought process behind Aqua Horse? Aqua is something water, right?
Yeah.
So why horse?
It's the power and it's the water on which it rides on, so that's why it's called Aqua Horse. Okay. This is a hydraulic starter pack, okay, so which actually converts into the tidal energy into hydraulic energy and then into any other forms of electric or compression or other forms of energy, mechanical energy. Okay. Basically, the whole device is like the up and down or the tide movement is the arm out there has a float, which actually floats on the tides. Okay. So that's how it works. So you have the whole system anchored to a support on the seashore. Okay. It's an on-shore device. Okay. So it could be accessed by anyone on the shore. Sure. And could be maintained or could be moved up and down because we would be feeding from the net or from the internet the data of what is the current forecast for the tide. Okay. So where should this device be actually installed or moved or positioned based on that using their smartphones to the user. Okay. So based on that, the movement is actually going to happen manually. Okay. So once that is actually put in place, the tides are going to lift the arm. That in fact converts it into a compression or a hydraulic compression. Awesome. So and the other one more version of it, H28 is it's a non-turbine based system. Unlike the other designs you would see in the market, probably they are all turbine based. This is a non-turbine based.
So which means that the cost is going to go down?
Go down. Okay. So that's the railways that we are actually looking at.
Okay. Have you really thought about what pricing that you could?
Yeah, we are actually pricing it very close to the diesel gen sets. 3 kilowatt to 2 kilowatt diesel gen sets you get in market somewhere around 40 to 70,000. Okay. So the same price bracket is what we are looking at. So you don't have to feed this with any petrol or diesel to run. It's just going to run on the clean energy and do your work. That way the operation cost is going to be bare minimal more than the maintenance. It will be just the maintenance cost.
Cool. So can we see the energy getting converted? See, what happens now is the tides are artificially created and the energy you can see, getting converted to electricity now, right?
So in reality, you have a float here which rides on the tide.
Yeah, I see the light.
And that's how the power gets converted.
Really?
Okay. So thank you so much for being on my show. Lovely to have you.
Thank you, dear. Thank you. Thanks for giving me an opportunity to explain our product and also to share the experience that I have been with Workbench Project. It's a wonderful time that I have spent with Workbench Project in evolving this idea. I just came with this concept or sketch which has been converted into a product.
So what is Workbench's contribution for Bluewave Cleartech company here?
Workbench's contribution to Bluewave Cleartech is, I would say, is a very minuscule contribution, because it was largely Abdul who pretty much becomes the foot soldier, becomes the thinker, becomes the person who takes his idea forward, because he's very passionate in what he's doing. All we became was extra pair of eyes and ears that listened to his problem statement, that listened to his solutions, that listened to his process of working, that made available resources to him as and when the time came up, and when he requested for support, when he requested for us to pitch in, us to kind of ideate, brainstorm, us to listen to him, us to connect him to different people, because we are obviously working with a lot of collaborators, and then it's only easy to help him get connected to each one of these who also resonate with our kind of thinking. So that is how we were instrumental in kind of helping Abdul bring his idea to life. In a very small way, in a way that becomes almost kind of second nature to kind of innovation, because it is not primary that we are out there innovating with him, but we definitely become the backbone to support his ideas and innovations.
So what are the challenges that you faced working with Bluewave Cleartech company?
I guess talking about the challenges that we faced, it's also fair to talk about challenges that the members face. So, for example, the one that I'm holding right now, which is one of the prototypes of what Abdul was imagining his product to be. This, as a matter of fact, was not constructed or built at Workbench Projects. Because back then when Abdul started with us, when we were also very new in this entire ecosystem, we did not have the resources to make things like these happen. Luckily, we've graduated and we reinvested in the space, and of course now we have the capabilities to work on metal, we have capability to make things like these. This one, unfortunately, it was not available here, so he had to go to Shivaji Nagar to find the relevant fabricator to help him get these ideas. Of course, what you see behind is something that we definitely were able to provide as resources where they could work on these kind of concepts. So the challenges are obviously when members like Abdul, who are really passionate about their work, who really understand materiality, who really understand where they're headed, they have a clear process plan, they have a clear project plan. That becomes very tricky for a young startup or a young makerspace or a fab lab to support, because we are still growing with our members, we are still growing with the ecosystem, we are trying to getting the right kind of mindsets, getting the right kind of tools and machines, giving diversity for people who want to tinker with their hands in terms of materiality, tools, and all of these things. So that was one of the biggest challenges where we thought we fell short in kind of helping Abdul fully, because we were still budding, and there was already an idea that needed much more than what we could offer. But apart from that, I think some of the other challenges were also what will we do with Abdul's idea in the future? Like, how will Workbench projects be related? So that will be another area that we are still trying to figure it out. But I'm sure, like, there is some way that Workbench projects will definitely be associated with Bluewave Cleartech. It's just that we are trying to figure that out. So that is one challenge that we are overcoming as we speak. But apart from that, I think the process has been fairly straightforward, where it is a space that enables people to come in with their ideas, work with us in whatever way possible, and then else work with the collaborators that we bring in. And these are simple challenges of logistics, of making people meet people and making people express and work with others. So I think nothing is impossible when it comes to this realm, where just a bit of communication can solve all of these.